Wins only, yeah. Wins only, yeah. Wins only, wins only, yeah. Wins only, yeah. Wins only, wins only. Wins only, yeah. Wins only.
What was the
That's the
other
icebreaker.
one?
Let's go there.
What was the other one?
What?
On Disney Channel. Gosh, it was another one.
She liked all the Disney.
I remember Out of the Box.
No.
Ain't never watched Out of the Box.
Oh God, no childhood.
What about that?
What about Clifford,
Gullah
the big
Gullah
red
Gullah
Island?
Gullah Island.
I used to like
Hold on, you ain't gonna pass by Gullah Gullah Island. That was a black family. Dad and the mom.
Proud Family. Did y'all watch the Proud Family?
Everybody.
Yeah,
Who didn't?
Okay, proud. Dang, what's some other one? What's some other one?
What's that dinosaur?
Barney.
No, what's the
The dinosaurs.
The other one.
It was called Dinosaurs.
The
Okay,
Mama,
okay,
not the Mama.
It was called, yeah. What the dinosaur, the baby dinosaur? Yeah.
Not the Mama.
They got that on Netflix. I went to go watch that joint. That joint still good, dog.
What was it?
Dinosaurs.
Like, it's just called Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Okay, so what are some of the best, like, movies? Like, we were talking about Friday.
All the Nutty Professors.
Life. All the Nutty
Nutty
Professors.
Professor.
Mhm.
The Temptations.
All the rush hours.
I ain't
Oh,
Bad Boys.
You never like
Oh,
what?
Rush Hour.
Oh,
Get out of here.
wow.
Get out of here.
Why you didn't like the rush
Mama,
hours?
It's just stupid.
See, when I watch Rush Hour, she ain't never watching it.
Oh,
When I watch Rush
I like
Hour,
the
you ain't
Fifth
never watching
Element.
it.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of people didn't like because Chris
What?
Brown, not Chris Tucker ass was
Yeah.
like a flamboyant.
Zesty.
Yeah.
But
But it was
Talking about
hilarious.
Fifth Element?
Yeah, that movie was
That's
wrong.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all
The
get into
Temptations.
Yup. Fall
Men in
Heartbeat.
Black? Were y'all into
Nah.
that?
Yeah, I really
Well,
like.
yeah.
The
After the
Matrix.
first one,
I
it
know The
was-
Matrix was like a big.
Yeah, the Matrix is like the goat, like one of the goats.
That's something like
All
you
of
watch
it.
it right now, then it's great. But when you watched it years ago, you was like, okay, because you didn't really understand it until when you get older.
Shit, The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandlot. Let's go to the old
Oh,
shit.
Sandlot.
Sandlot. Goddamn.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes, Sandlot! Oh my God, I used to love that movie. I could watch it over and over again.
Forever.
Parent Trap. Okay, you were on a roll.
Love and
The
Basketball.
Little Rascal.
Love and
Love and
basketball.
Basketball
It
lost
was
me
good.
like in the middle, but
In the
the
middle.
beginning I love it.
That was a goat movie.
Walk around here like, who shot John? I forgot.
Shawnee Easton with the big ass titties.
Shit, High Learning was wrong too.
Yeah, High Learning was too.
Baby Boy is my all-time
Yeah,
favorite.
baby boy.
Love
Yeah,
Baby
that set the
Boy.
culture.
I
That
got
set the culture
I got
up.
you.
Back and up.
I think
Damn, do that.
BET done messed
hate
up for a
What
lot
is
of
all
people.
good shit.
Feeling
Yeah,
the
it's down in the wrong
They
word.
showed it too much. Like, it's like they showed it every other day. Like, who wants to
Yeah.
watch it every other day?
The 5 Heartbeats.
Yup.
You said
The
The
Best
Temptations.
Man.
The Best Man was
All of
good.
Yeah,
You
the
know
best man was
what's
good.
crazy?
Yes.
The
Yep.
Wood.
You know what's crazy? I
The
never
Wood.
watched the whole Best Man first movie.
What
No,
about
Wood, I
House
was
Party?
saying-
The Wood.
The
House
Wood,
Party?
yeah.
Remember House Party?
House Party. I had the three disc thing.
So who knows the dance in House Party then?
New House Party coming
Come
out.
on,
they-
Yeah, we can't play.
Go ahead,
Y'all know that-
Teddy B and Jesus, show us how it goes.
I don't know how to do it.
Come on.
How you?
I got 2 left feet for real.
For real?
It runs in the family.
For real? Like, y'all really don't have rhythm?
We have
like,
rhythm, but we ain't
Native
dancing.
American, so you're not
Yeah. We not dancing.
Oh my
We got rhythm,
God.
but
Go
we ain't
ahead.
dancing though.
You Native
Okay, so
American.
then let's let's do dances. Okay, so what are like the top dances or like that you remember from your childhood?
Oh, heel toe.
Heel toe.
The
Yeah,
percolator.
so- Yeah, let me tell you a
The
funny
Harlem
story.
Shake.
I remember we were doing a talent show. And I was in elementary school. We did it to like Mariah Carey. And like, you know, where the DJ come in at the end, we had it mixed or whatever. And I started doing the crip walk.
Oh my ain't there.
I did not. I swear I did not know that was like.
Ain't nobody recording
You know,
that?
like a game affiliated, like a game affiliated thing.
I want to see that.
But I like in my adulthood, I realized I was like, dang, I really actually did that dance in
I really
elementary.
remember being in the living room, out of breath up in here.
Right.
Yeah. With your shirt. With your shirt.
Or doing that
Crazy
Sierra.
moving your shirt.
Oh yeah, Sierra was big back then for the
This-
dance.
I knew all of Aaliyah's.
Yeah, I love the Rock the Boat video. That was like a
That was her last one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the last
yeah.
one. She was dead when that came out, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when she was coming back from filming it, they had wrapped up. I think they were coming back in the plane.
Bro, you remember when we heard about that, Chris?
Era.
When we like, I remember when we heard about that, we was like on our way to the game on Saturday.
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah,
heard
yeah.
about Leah dying.
Yeah, I
Pop
think.
Warner game on Saturday. They're like, oh,
Yeah, I
I
everybody.
think
remember
the only other
Saturday.
person I cried that died was when Kobe.
I cried too a little. One of the things came out my eye too, cuz.
Yeah,
Him and
that
his
was
daughter.
That was sad.
I was like,
That's the only
and that's
person
the
I can-
horrible way to find out. I'm just like, I hope she knew, but at the time she didn't. For it to come out on like TMZ like that, I was like, this is a horrible way to
Because you would
break
think they would be like respectful of like the families before they like
shit.
put it out. They don't care.
Nah, I remember. I remember when
January
the
24th.
Twin Towers
Mid-
happened. And then like
Yeah,
said,
every
George
plane I
Bush don't care about black people.
No, that was Katrina.
No,
Yeah, it was
that was
Katrina.
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 Well, I seen like that was like 9/11 though.
It was like one
Something
thing
happened
after
with
another.
9/11.
It was during the Bush era.
It was during the Bush era. Yeah.
No, Bush won't in there. Bush won't in 2001.
They were
So
talking
that had to
about-
He ended up coming in after that. Bush ended up coming in after
He
that.
was in there for like 8 years.
So I
Nah,
remember-
he was in there though.
No, he won't, because I remember when he was
Who was in
So
there?
he must have been
the
talking about his
nigga
father
before.
then.
I think it was his daddy.
It wasn't
Yeah, it had to be
Bill
the father then.
It
He
was
had to
something-
talk about his father
It
then.
wasn't him at first. It wasn't him. Because it was from.
It was Bill Clinton then Bush.
Yeah, it was.
So
Cause
it was
look,
Bush.
Because
So, yeah,
Obama
Bush.
got in 08. Right? 08, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, he had to do what he did, 8 years or 4 years? Bush.
Yeah, 8 I think.
He did okay, it was Bush. I stand
Y'all
corrected.
seen those little bloopers where they was talking about Trump and like they walk around,
Oh, you talking about?
they talk to people,
and
and they were like, "What do you think about Trump?" And all this anyway. The lady was like, or asked about Obama, and the lady was like, "Well, I want to know where was he at 9/11? Where was he at 9/11? Like he wasn't even in office."
Well, they be trying to come up with anything.
They really do. They really do. All right. So starting off today's episode, I want to talk about communication. How do you guys navigate, or how, if you've like evolved, you know, as you like grew, as you got older? Like, how has your communication styles changed, and what type of communication do you feel like what type of communication do you feel like you fall under? Like, they have passive, aggressive, they have just passive, assertive. We'll start this way. And you don't have to know the definitions of those, but just if you could say, if somebody were to ask you what type of communicator are you, how would you describe that?
I feel like, well, the type of person I am, I mean, if it's important to communicate something, that's when I'll communicate.
I can't hear you. You said that.
When it's important for me, like, if it's important, like, somebody need to know anything, then I'll say something. But I'm not a person who would just speak up and speak out, because I keep stuff to myself most of the time. But when I feel it's important to say something, then that's when I say something. But other than that, most of the time I just keep to myself.
Okay.
That's something I gotta learn dealing with being in a marriage and a relationship. But I mean, I feel like I'm getting better at it.
Why do you say that?
Because I think like that, it's like still in like a single mindset. Like, you worried about yourself only, but when you marry or in a relationship, it's more people. It's like you're not yourself. You gotta think about everybody. So if it's important to you, 9 times out of 10 it's important to the next person or the person that you're with. So they have to know everything that you have to know.
La?
I'm pretty assertive when it comes to certain things, but I just had to grow to become that. Just clarifying how I feel and knowing where I want to place my energy or where I don't want to spend it. Because you have to choose your battles. Like, not everything is worth confronting. I used to be more of just like a passive type of person. Either I was gonna be passive or I was gonna be aggressive. You wouldn't know that's aggressive, you know. And doing that, I feel like it's kind of not good, only because it's like a ticking time bomb. No one can get inside of your head. No one knows how you feel unless you express how you feel, and you should only be in spaces where you can comfortably express yourself. In safe spaces, if you're in a toxic environment, no matter how you try to express yourself, it's not going to be taken well. So that's maybe an environment you need to remove yourself from altogether. But it took some time for me to learn that. And the only reason I said, you know, the older version of me holding on to things, and not to crumble on what you were saying, but I just learned this from, you know, my experiences and dealing with other people that were like that. It's because it festers. And it could be something, if you're ever if we share energy or share space together, whether it's a family, relationship, whatever kind of shit, we have to share this space, right? So you should be comfortable to say how you feel, or else it's not fair to you because I don't know. So I could be poking you, gently poking you and not know, and then all of a sudden these years of all this stuff built up within you, it just spews out, and you feel like you're being attacked or whatever the case may be, or people want to think you're crazy. You're not going to be able to get all of that out in just one setting, and then
it's not fair to that person because now you're pouring it on.
And it's not really fair to yourself because emotions, you know, everyone has a breaking point, or you'll just basically end up separating yourself from something that could have been resolved, you know. So much stuff gets missed, but I am more assertive, but in a healthy way, not in a obnoxious way. I feel like some people are assertive and just assertive about every little thing and just aggressive, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like at some point, assertive can become aggressive. Yeah. Like people think they're being assertive, but you're really being aggressive.
Yeah,
you know.
And I just like learn how to communicate. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect Patty by a long shot. I'm still learning. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
Hey, Zeus.
Yo, I communicate. I try to be as assertive as possible. But sometimes I like to not say anything, and that's a form of communication too. Not saying anything, cause actions speak louder than words, and you know, and that's a way of communication. So yeah, I'm assertive. If I had to put it in a way, I'm assertive. I ain't gonna explain how and none of that shit, but yeah, I'm assertive.
I think I can be like all of them. I think it just depends. And I don't mean like in a negative sense. I think I've learned how to communicate based on the situation. Like you said, some things you need to be aggressive, some things you need to be assertive. Some things it's being passive, but not in a way that it's you don't want to confront it. It's more about I'm not going to give my energy to this. So I don't know if there's like a difference in that, but I feel like I've learned to kind of be all of them, or I've been at least one of them, one of the four within my lifespan. So I definitely feel like assertive is more positive, but also with communicating, I think active listening is a part of that. Like I think people listen to respond instead of like listening to actually understand what's being said. So I think you do have to listen and try to understand that person.
So do you believe in transferring emotions?
Explain.
People do that all the time.
Yeah, like I mean, not communicating with someone, but you can tell that like they're frustrated and they're mad. I mean, sometimes that can travel from one person to the other. Like it can even travel to your kids. Like they travel to your kids and they go to school and they're feeling some type of way. Then they act out in school because what the parents are or what they're around are feeling. So I think transferring emotions is a big thing. Like you just gotta, like you say, communication is key. Like you have to know how somebody is feeling. Yeah.
Can we go over other forms of communication rather than talking?
Body language.
Body language, yeah.
Body language. I think making eye contact is a form of communication. Like you can tell a lot about a person if like they don't ever look you in your face or like look you in your eyes. Like you can tell a lot about a person like that. For me, if a person can't look me in my face or look me in their eyes, it's either they're lying or they're intimidated.
Or they don't want you to see their soul. I don't be want niggas to see my soul. Where my shades at?
I would just to touch on that, like, now you could call me autistic, whatever you want the case may be, but like you said, some people I just don't. It's just a thing. I don't want to make eye contact with that person. It's not that I'm lying or I feel. I just don't feel like we have a connection or you're at something because I see things.
Or you'll feel some type of bad energy.
Yeah, I see things. That's a whole nother. Like,
go ahead.
That's
why I asked that question.
Like, and a lot of times, I can interpret it for what it is, but the people around you might not be ready to receive that. So I'll have to carry all that with me. Some stuff, if I get a bad feeling about, I just don't want to. Like, I'm just not. And I probably won't deal with that person. Or it could be just a day where I'm just kind of suppressed or whatever you want to call it. I just won't be making eye contact with anybody. So that's why I just kind of keep to myself. And usually that's like on my recharge days where I can just stay in the damn house.
Cause I be at work, my bad. Yeah, I be at work. I put my shades on, man. I don't want to do that. No, leave me alone. They be like, you high? Leave me alone. Like, they be like, why you got the shades on? I don't need you to see my soul glow. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And then they'll go tell somebody on me. And can you take your shades off? It's a safety hazard. But yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I understand what you guys are saying. So how do you deal with that, like in environments where, like if you're on like a job interview or like your everyday life, like how does that look for you? Like how do you navigate that?
There's tricks and trade. Like I can look someone be here or be looking past them and make them feel like I'm looking them in their eyes. I'm not. Like I can see you're full of the doo-doo. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? I will look past you, or the case may be, but it's just things that I had to learn because of society. So it won't make me feel, because I know that I'm not lying, I know that I'm not insecure, I know that it's just a thing. A lot of people don't understand that. And I get what you're saying, because there's times too where blatantly someone is lying, or they have their hands in their pocket fishing, or they could just
there's different things that you have to look at to kind of see which one they fall under. But I think that kind of ties into a little bit about what you're saying about seeing things. You know, like the spirit of discernment.
You gotta protect yourself. Sometimes I don't be want to look in nobody's eyes. I see all that hurt and fucked up shit. But I be seeing shit too. I be like,
So when you guys see that, like if you don't mind, and if it's not something you want to talk about, I respect that. But is it like an aura that you see? Is it a vision? Like what? When you guys say you see things, what can you elaborate a little bit on, like for you?
Oh, it's just a feeling to me.
Yeah.
It's more of a feeling or more than a vision. I ain't really tapped into the vision yet.
When?
Oh no, I can't tell on camera. Not that. But yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. We might lose some viewership. Or something.
No, when I was younger, it was a scary thing. Like I would kind of. You could, like, it was looking at me. Like, I would see it, and I would see it for what it was, and it would just be, like, this creepy thing, but it's like the most beautiful gift, but it's a curse at the same time because you don't know how to deal with it. Like, you know, a lot
like
of times,
prophecies or like demons. Like what sense are you?
bad spirits are good. They're not always bad. Like you
Gotcha.
can see, like I don't know. It's just like a thing you feel, but it's like this creepy thing. I would be sitting up here lying to tell you. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. It just makes me, and it'll keep bothering me. I'm just like, and then it'll come back around, and they be like, "You were right." If I did tell someone, and a lot of times they don't get it straight on. They be like, "You're just crazy," or "No, so and so wouldn't do that."
You know,
She might be a psychic or a medium.
It's a movie like that. I forgot what it's called. It's about a kid. He got like special powers. Like he can see like demons. Like in real life, nobody else can see, but he can see them. And like if they figure out that he can see them, then they'll go after him type stuff. It's crazy.
And it's not always just like the negative. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's people that's dealing with heavy stuff.
Yeah.
It could just be that, you know. And sometimes it doesn't always come off as me seeing a thing, but it's just like they will be talking, but it's like they're telling on themselves, and it's coming to me like I'm translating it, and it's going over everybody else's head. But the way I'm hearing it is just like they're directly telling me, but not telling me.
Right.
If it makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Like it could be a lot. It could just be, and I think that's, you know what? I think that's why I sometimes have my moments where I have to be alone, and I need to be around people that can respect that and not take it personal. Like I just really be having to
shut down.
Or like if someone's around, it just has to be your presence is welcome. It's a welcoming, like, but we don't have to be just talking and interacting just as long as you know you have good intentions and you understand me being quiet or me recharging and not taking it personal or what's wrong, are you depressed? No, I just need to stay recharged. Can I do that?
Right.
You know, without being misunderstood, because that can be a lot sometimes. But
Yeah, a lot of people with them gifts, they always need to recharge. Alright, I know, and yeah.
which I think everyone has one.
You
Like,
just have to learn to tap into it. Yeah. And
Man, I want to say some shit. I can't put that on camera, boy. 'Cause I just recently found out, and I was.
Go ahead, bro.
I can't.
It's the last
She told me not to tell nobody.
Oh,
Can't do it. Gotta respect her. My daughter. Shout out my daughter. Yeah. But go ahead. Next topic.
What are some negative characteristic traits that you guys have either dealt with or find yourself dealing with, and how do you navigate those relationships in terms of communicating, like negative communication traits?
What's negative communication traits?
Or characteristics? So someone that gets upset, for me, someone that gets upset and they just automatically shut down. They don't want to have a conversation about it. They want to, point the fingers, play the blame game. For me, that's something that I've dealt with before.
You don't think it's good to pause and let that person get it out, or like feel what they feel, pause for a second, then come back?
I do.
And
But there's a way to do that.
because sometimes in the heat of the moment, it don't go well in the heat of the moment.
I
It don't go well most of the time.
It don't go.
But I guess where I'm coming from is the person that believes he or she is right and nothing else matters.
The woman
So
always
there's no
right.
reasoning. There's no reasoning there with that person, and so for me that means there's no resolve. So it's like, for me, I just remove myself completely. So I just want to know from you guys, have you guys experienced the same things, or if not, what are some other communication?
You talking about when two people think they right, and they head strong and be like, shit, I'm right. They stubborn to the point that
That too,
you
yeah.
can agree to disagree, and there's a way to do it to still be respectful to,
But I guess what I'm saying is, for me specifically, I find myself in situations where I'm encountering people that don't care about what you have to say. It's me. I'm right. What I think is right. And because I'm wrong, rather than me taking accountability for that, I now want to create all these other situations, and I now want to create these fabricated stories, or I just don't want to be wrong. So instead of me just taking accountability, I'm going to just keep the argument going, or just keep the drama going, whatever the case is. I'm just saying that those are some of the things that me personally, have dealt with amongst people. I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about him. I'm saying like everyday, situations, even at work. You'll tell somebody, no, this is not how this is supposed to be, or no, you should probably do it this way because this is gonna happen. And instead of that person, once they realize, okay, yeah, damn, she was right. Instead of saying, you know what, you was right, or I appreciate you.
You're right.
No. I don't want to be told that I'm right, but at the same time, hold accountability. Take accountability. I was wrong. You were right. Yes, I understand. Appreciate you.
Sound like you want to be told right.
No.
Like you sound like you want them niggas.
No,
right.
I'm just saying, active listening, active communication, and accountability is a big part of effective communication.
A lot of times people aren't emotionally mature.
True.
So they don't know. They're not self-aware. They don't want to be grown up about a situation. A lot of times they don't acknowledge their shortcomings. Like, everyone has a shortcoming. I used to be, when I was heavy on the grieving and coming out of a lot of things, I didn't realize that I had a victim mentality. Everything was a damn sob story. Every time someone was speaking about themselves and their situation, somehow I ended up trying to cope with mine. But not every moment do you need to bring up you. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just need to be actively listening. You don't need to share your story with everyone. There's times where you can relate, but in life, it came a time where I realized that I'm not a victim. I'm doing life. Life's not doing me. Yeah. Sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're dead ass wrong, but a lot of people do not want to acknowledge that. Like,
how did you come out of that? Like, if you don't mind sharing, like, what were your practices or your rituals in terms of coming out of that space?
A lot of alone time, and then dealing with people, just realizing, okay, some of it could be me. A lot of times we're internalizing things or whatever we're going on with, but the same thing with other people. And sometimes people are projecting they're slanging their shit on you. And they have a lot going on. And once you realize that and take it for what it is, you can actually actively listen, respond the way you need to respond, but eat the fish with the bones in that situation, and realize that not everyone is emotionally mature. So you can kind of see that, and where you need to waste your energy and where you don't need to waste it. Like, it'll be like beating a dead horse with the person. Like you were saying, a person that doesn't want to be accountable. Y'all will be arguing for 5 years about this. You won't get nowhere. It becomes draining. So I had to realize that and make sure that I wasn't that person. Like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have responded that way. Was I really just upset about something else? And swallowing your pride and just saying that. Like, the realer you are with yourself and being real with other people, things will go a lot smoother. Yeah.
If I can be like 100% transparent, and don't be getting mad at me, but
oh Lord, I knew it.
Me and I we're learning that it's a learning thing, because I'll do the very same thing that he's doing, or he'll do the very same thing I'm doing. It just clashes. Right. So you have to listen. You have to take accountability, and a part of that is just growing and understanding that person. And sometimes you don't necessarily have to understand that person, but just understanding the bigger picture.
Right.
Like, where are we, what is the resolution here? Where are we trying to get? What are we trying to accomplish?
You're a Scorpio, I know you be Scorpio. I just know it.
What does that mean? Because you always. What does that mean? What is Scorpio?
Scorpios are
Please
very.
enlighten me.
They not even a fire sign, are they? Scorpio is not a fire sign. They be trying to. Scorpios, they like to confront shit right then and there. They want the resolution right then and there. I already fucking know. And I know my brother, right? I know he probably want to take a little breather real quick, get his thoughts together before he go to war with you that way. And I know you be, I just know, I can see it right now.
Do
I can just see it right now.
Do I?
Tell the
Do
truth,
I?
Teddy B.
Do I?
You do.
Yes! Yes, I knew it!
Listen.
I knew it! You be Scorpio, yo.
Listen. This is one thing about me, and I don't even think it has to do with my sign. I am just get to the point. Get to the point, person.
Scorpio, yo.
Get to the point. Let's get it over with. Let's talk about this. Let's hash it out. Let's move on. I got other things to do.
That's not how stuff goes, though.
Why?
Because thought, like, when situations happen, right?
But that's what, before you get into that, that's a part of communicating. Like, I recognize.
You said effective communication.
Effective communicating.
That's
So,
not
the
effective when you
communication.
emotionally
But
charged up like
listen,
that.
But listen, no, because I'm a natural, like, since you know a lot about Scorpios, we're passionate people.
I know.
And so sometimes it can come across
Sounds
aggressive. Right? We're talking about that one episode and making all that noise. But sometimes it can come across like you're being aggressive or like you're being rude
masculine,
or disrespectful. But it's more about like passion. Like I have to tell people, I'm not angry. I'm passionate.
Let me tell you something.
Don't mistake the two.
Let me tell you something.
I'm smacking, bro.
When you come at a man aggressive, right? Right? You know, when men be aggressive towards each other, they match it with aggression, right? What you mean?
That's the other way around, sir.
When men go at each other.
It is the other. Oh, men go at it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. See? There it is. Okay, I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you talk. Right. Effective communication. Let me actually listen right now.
Let me tell you how men think. What men do, right? When we met with aggression, we meet it back with aggression, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If a woman is aggressive towards like a man, it's like naturally he wanna like go right back at you. You feel what I'm saying? If you coming off aggressive, right? Mm-hmm. When you come off aggressive, he might not know how to respond right then and there. Like it's kind of hard when somebody coming at you aggressive. Mm-hmm. If you're a woman, like you gotta dial. Either he gotta dial back, or he gotta get away from the situation to come back and deal with the situation. If you come at him aggressive, you get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I also feel like women first match what a man is given. And so if there's a situation that you're putting me in that's causing me to be aggressive, number one.
Don't do that.
No, this isn't him.
No.
Him. I'm not. But
putting you in, what you talking about?
What?
Say what you said again.
When you put me in a position to be aggressive.
That sounds like you putting the power in somebody else's hand.
No.
How can you let somebody get you in that state of mind?
Okay, so let's back up. To put me in a position to where I feel, since we want to talk about effective communication, they tell you that you should use the I phrases. I feel like this when you do that. Okay, so to put me in a position to the point where I feel either attacked or whatever is making me feel the way I feel, of course I'm going to, again, approach it in a passionate way. I also feel like it's in the eye of the beholder. Like, it's in the eye of the beholder. Like, if you feel like you might feel like I'm being aggressive, but I feel like, no, this is just me. I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about this. I'm hurt about this. And so for me, depending on what type of relationship I'm in with you, I expect you to know me in and out to know what trait I'm showing right now.
So basically, you're telling that nigga to deal with it.
No, I'm just telling you to approach me in.
So he gotta go through loops.
No, it's not going through loops. That's what I'm saying. When you are truly like people
how
think that
how you taking it, Matt? My bad.
But wait, before you talk, Matt, hold on. Because I need to say this. Because some people feel like intimacy is about sex. Intimacy is not just sex. It's you learning like the innermost parts of your partner or whatever.
It ain't just gotta be your partner.
And a part of that is recognizing things. They might not even have to open their mouth. But before you actually do a situation, before you actually get me into a situation where I feel a certain way, you should know me well enough to know I'm not even going to do that because that's going to make her feel like this or that's going to make her think this. So it's about knowing the person that you're with too. Like,
can I ask you a question? It's personal.
Okay.
What made him mad?
What makes him mad?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard question because he's so like, I think what makes him mad is
intimate now. Inside out now.
I think what makes him upset is when I ask certain questions. And I don't want to get into the questions, but when I ask certain questions, but I feel like sometimes it's not the question per se, it's the fact that you don't understand why I'm asking that question or why I feel the need to ask that question. So it's a twofold kind of thing.
So asking that nigga question make him mad?
It depends on the kind of question. Like,
She
for
correct?
real. Like, I'll be like, okay, where are you going? Or like...
Is it like a rhetorical question? Like she asks you that she should already know the answer to, but still asks it anyways?
Are you feeling like it's an interview?
Like he's one, like I'm an open book. Ask me anything, I'll talk about anything. I don't care. Ask me where I'm going, whatever. And so for me, I approach situations in that same sense, right? Learning a person. You learn the person don't like that, you stop doing it. But me personally, I'm an open book. Ask me whatever it is that you want to ask me. But him being a man, I recognize, okay, he feels like I'm being his mother, or you feel like I want to know every move, and it's not really that. It's just, where are you going? Mm-hmm. You know, it's something as simple as that. And I understand that as from a woman to a man or whatever. I get it, but for me, it's like it's not that big of a deal.
What I kind of take from this is like knowing if someone, I feel like things have to be yin and yang, you know, I'm the queen of balance, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I learned that if someone's emotional in that moment, someone has to be logic. And like sometimes it have to flip-flop. We both can't be emotional, or maybe we just need to, because a lot of times people are operating in their emotions. So you have to be in control of your emotions. You have to know how to navigate through them jokers, because them things, I'm not saying don't have them, but use your logic or know how to say, well, hey, I just need a breather because right now I'm mad as hell. I still love you. But yeah, I feel like I can punch a wall. And a lot of times whatever you did to trigger them could just be the icing on the cake. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of other things that they need to sift through. Exactly. So sometimes, give me a minute. It's not that I don't want to communicate, but give me a minute. And then some people, boom, you did this. Let me dump all this shit on you, and now let's talk about it. Some people can do that. Not everyone. You have to learn. You know, sometimes you can be the complete opposite, but sometimes I feel like you just have to take turns. And then
so,
when it...
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
When it comes to men and women, our natural natures, now I know, like you said before, just in general, there's some anomalies. Some people aren't in the exact nature of a man or a woman in the gender. But with those type of energies, men, I feel like their love language is respect. Women, love is just love, like kind. You need to be kind, or you need to be gentle with me, delicate, because you're supposed to kind of have this protective spirit, whatever. You can be rough with everybody else, but you're not going to handle me any type of way. So when you're talking to a man, you know, it's not, and when you're talking to a woman, it's not what you say. Mm-hmm. It's how you say it. How's your body language? Mm-hmm. When the time that you're approaching them, how are you coming at them? Like, okay, sometimes the energy could be a little bit strong and aggressive. I'm not your nigga. Don't be talking to me like I'm your nigga. Mm-hmm. Like, no, this is the woman that cares for you. I care for your heart. I care for your feelings. I care for my nature.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the same respect, when you're talking to a man, sometimes you have to talk to them to make make them feel like they're leading the conversation, but sometimes they're not. Like, you can't come at them to make them feel like you're belittling them or being disrespectful, because that's how they're gonna take it. Like, you're challenging them, and you very well could be, but it can't be. You know how dogs have this whole the less dominant dog, they won't stand over like the dog that's over them. They'll kind of bow down or whatever, or stand on the side, or they'll fall in line. I think that's how it kind of goes in the male energy. Like, other males can come at like with the attacking, but they don't expect that from their other half, if that makes sense. So it's just
but I guess that's what I was saying too. Like, it's in the eye of the beholder, and it's up to you to know yours. No, but not even that. But it's up to you to communicate what it is that you feel, because I may go, and I'm speaking in singlehood. I'm single today. No, we were laughing about that from last episode, but I may have this way of communicating or way of expressing my feelings, and I talk to one guy and they're like completely like, it is what it is. But you speak to this guy that's more sensitive in nature, and it's just the world is crumbling. So I think you really have to understand the person that you're with, but it's also it's in the eye of the beholder, and you have to be able to communicate what it is that you feel, how you feel, why you feel.
I'm sorry, that shit sound cap.
It's not.
Watch. No, hey, you can take a poll. Don't know niggas like won't like really like aggressive women like that. Like, nobody don't like that
aggressive.
shit.
I'm not. But what is aggression to you may not. What I'm saying is
aggression is aggression. You know what aggression is.
To you may not be aggression.
No, you can't change the definition of aggression.
So why do you think that's cap?
What I said was cap?
Come on, you gonna call something cap? You gotta remember.
It was. I mean, y'all.
The fact that I said, dang, I forgot what I said. You understand that person, like, and how what one man may consider to be.
Oh yeah, cap. Yeah, all that's cap, man.
You said
aggression is aggression, man. That's all. It's cap. No man won't no aggressive ass fucking woman yippity yapping and doing all that bullshit. No nigga do. We could do the toll. We go around every nigga in here and ask if they like aggressive women.
So, but you say yickety yakking. What is that? You talking about like? Explain.
The way y'all show aggression. Y'all will push up on a nigga, get in his face, aggressive, interrupting, not listening. All signs of aggression. Yeah. No nigga don't like that shit.
I feel like men are manipulative, because there's some men that feel like they don't want the, like, you could clap and just be a person that claps whatever, and they gonna take that as aggression. And then you could be nonchalant.
That is aggressive.
It can be. But why should I have to suppress? You get to, so that means you can't do it either. if you get what I'm saying, if we're having a court, like we're going, you can't do this.
What nigga do that?
Men do. Are they like, bro?
Who do this?
Do all this. You know,
do that.
Are they raise their
gesture?
Yes, that's assertive. That's aggression. That's what a man do.
But why is it assertive?
That's what a man do.
No,
That's
but
the
why
nature.
is it
That's
assertive
his
when? Okay, see, I'm clapping
That's
my
his
hands.
nature.
Why?
That's his nature, man.
But why? I'm sorry, real quick. Why is it assertive when men do the same thing that women do, and when women do it, it's aggression?
Right.
Hold up. Start that over. Say that again.
She talks about gestures. You guys were talking about gestures, the hand clapping, the hand movement.
Niggas don't clap their hands.
Okay,
bro. Yes, they do, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
You ain't never seen.
You do that, man.
You doing like this?
Who do that?
What is that?
Who do that?
Look, you're doing this.
That's not aggression.
You're doing this. Okay, so
Bro,
my point
that's
is
animation.
so animation. Okay, so but why is everything that when a woman does certain things it's put It's put in a negative
black girl.
connotation.
I ain't
The
put it
black
in
girl
negative
role,
connotation.
right?
That's all I simply said. Aggression.
But when
That's
men do it, it's all these positive things.
Men are
Always
aggressive.
assertive,
Men are
or-
aggressive though. Y'all want to be like us so bad? Y'all want to be like us? Just let me know. Y'all want to be like us?
But you
Y'all
said,
want to do what we do?
but you said,
I want to reserve the right. I'm actually because I want to reserve the right to be a man and do what men do. Do y'all want to be like us though?
But at the same time, did you not?
I'm asking a
just
question.
say-
Answer the question.
Did you not just? No, I match the energy that I'm given. I match the energy that I'm given. So, you just said, if a person is talking to you a certain kind of way, or if I'm speaking to him in a certain kind of way, that's how he's gonna react. That's what you just said earlier, right?
If you're aggressive,
The
yes.
same thing goes for women.
If you're aggressive,
The very same thing goes for women, though.
I'm talking about.
If you
I'm
approach
talking about man and woman going with. I'm talking about that situation.
Right.
Not if you could be aggressive to another woman.
No, I'm not speaking of another woman. I'm
Okay.
saying if you come at me because of the fact that I feel that you don't need to be aggressive with me, but you come at me aggressive, then of course I'm gonna come at you aggressive.
Okay.
If you
You
put me
hurt
in
my
a certain,
brain.
if you put me in a certain situation that I shouldn't, I feel like I'm being attacked, or it makes me feel a way that I don't like to feel. Of course, I'm gonna match you with that same kind of energy.
That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna say it's cap. Once again, I'm gonna say cap. Okay. Second of all, I'm gonna say this. This is all I'm gonna end it on. Men don't like aggressive women. They don't.
Well, don't be an aggressive man towards a woman.
Okay. Y'all heard that, right?
Be an alpha male, be respectful. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, aggression can be it can be positive, which is more so assertive. Because you're saying that men don't like aggressive women, but you're speaking of the things that you're talking about, the things that you just put into sense. Is for me aggression. It's not assertive. It's not being assertive.
I just said that I ain't going to no details. All I said is men don't like aggressive women.
Men don't know what they want, because I've heard
Men don't like aggressive women.
I don't want aggressive, and I don't want people that argue. There's some men that like to argue, and then the levels of my nonchalantness.
Cause you know why?
Once I get let me finish
Okay.
saying what I was gonna say. The levels of my nonchalantness. When I just don't care anymore, I do not care. You're not about to make me feel any type of emotions because I've shut them off. Because you don't care. You don't care, I don't care. You want to quarrel, I don't like quarreling. So if I'm supposed to respect your manhood and this and the third, you need to handle me with care. Mm-hmm. If you cannot do that,
You gonna get aggressive. Gotcha.
no, you see this guy right here. And I'm out. Like we don't have nothing. We don't have anything to talk about because you can't control yourself, and you want me to suppress all of my emotion, my feelings, and you can't treat me with care. We don't have anything to talk about.
Well, you sound very emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
That's good.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, you do.
Okay.
You really do. I'm dead ass serious though.
But that could also be a form of aggression.
It could be. Like for some men, they can't.
Y'all know what aggression is?
I get aggression, but there's different forms of it. Like it could be a passive. For some, it could be passive aggressive, but for me, it's just when I see, just dealing with the opposite sex. Okay, so I know I'm not a man. I'm not ever trying to be one. I mean, you beat on me, I'm gonna beat your ass back. I'm gonna put them caps in. I'm just saying, but I'm not trying to just deal with one on a level. So that's why I'm saying. I ain't got time to tussle, you know. I don't have time to tussle, but like I'm saying, with that same energy, men are so and on their manhood and this and the third, but the proper man knows how to deal with a woman, and I will respect your manhood if you can respect my queendom and the woman that I am. Like, deal with me accordingly, and I will deal with you the same. If you cannot do that, you're going to get the nonchalantness. We're not going to have a conversation at all until you can. If you want me to control my emotions, you need to get yours and your nature under control.
So speaking of aggressive women, why do you feel that women, I don't know, women dealt with or just women in general, or women that are aggressive, why do you feel like they're aggressive?
Why? Because they being aggressive. Like the
But do
actions
you
are
feel
aggressive.
like there are traumas or?
It's all because most of it do just be projection. Most of it be projection, or they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to what we said, effectively communicate. So they get aggressive. Aggressive women, it shows me that they don't know how to effectively communicate. So they'll go to the aggression, cause that's all they got. It's like fight or flight mode. Niggas don't like that shit.
I agree. In the sense of what you were saying about pushing up on, getting in the face. Yeah, all of those are forms of negative communication and toxicity.
Yeah, it's not effective. You're not about to get nothing done like that.
So do you feel like a woman can be positively aggressive?
No. I just told you. That's almost like they last out in the fence is being aggressive. That's like everything they thought about.
So then define for me an assertive woman versus an aggressive
In
woman.
the same breath, though, he did say he don't like aggressive women, but he's like, why they can't come to me? And why they can't take me out to dinner?
Exactly.
And why they can't come kiss me?
That's assertive.
Exactly.
That's
That is
assertive.
not assertive.
You just told you right on time with that. You right on time with that because that's assertiveness. That's assertiveness. That's not aggressive, man. That's
That is
assertive.
not aggressive woman.
That's not aggressive. That's assertive. That's taking initiative.
Your face. That's your face.
I just want to ask.
Come on,
I just want to know what's the all right. So what's the difference between aggressive and assertive then?
Yeah,
I'm asking you.
So all right, how about this? So
you just showed me the assertiveness. That's assertiveness. That's not aggressiveness. That's assertiveness. That's assertive. That's not aggressive, dog.
all right. So here, let me give this scenario then. So I was coming off from Myth, and I was walking over there to the club.
You said he was
You
coming
coming
off
off
of
a
meth.
Myth. My bad, Myth.
I caught it, man. I caught milk.
I'm finna look at recording, man. If I said Myth, we got a problem.
I was like, what?
But so in this scenario,
Girl, that's an aggressive woman right there to me. I just feel
You
like
take a man out on a date.
No. But it's a certain state, like it's a thing. So a woman can be inviting if a man like he's pursuing her, he's doing what men do. You're invited, you smile, you hold a conversation, you don't play this cat and mouse game, but like there is some women that would just be like, so what's up, baby, and all like they're really just aggressive with it.
That's assertive.
So,
I think you mix
okay,
it up.
so but
It's a big lie.
aggressive. Let's do this.
Assertive, I get what you're saying. Assertive is just being open for the conversation.
Initiating.
Just being open.
It's taking initiative.
I can take an initiative.
Yeah, that's like assertiveness.
But
all right, so let me
there-
ask you this in a scenario then. In that case, then. So, in a time where I was going over from Myth, not Meth, I was sitting here heading to the club, and Shorty was just like, "Hey, yo, Shorty," and I turn around. And like she trying to spit game and stuff. Like seriously, she's trying to spit game and whatnot. She told me she wanted to go ahead and have me slide over to the strip club. Is that aggressive or is that assertive?
That's aggressive.
That sounds like a little thin line, man.
Yeah.
Which
I can't really.
aggressive.
It depends on how
and
she
assertive
did it. It
Hey,
depends
so
on
bring your
how
ass
she
over
did it.
here to the strip club.
Yeah. That's aggressive.
But
when she
wait a
said it like
minute.
that.
That goes back to the person that you asked. How did it make you feel?
Yeah.
I felt like a bad bitch.
You looking like a snack.
Hey, yo, what?
That boy got a little wet. Oh, okay.
Alright, so aggressive is similar to assertive. In the
But it's not the
definition
same.
sense. Ready or, okay, this is aggressive. Ready or likely to attack or confront, characterized by or resulting from aggression. Okay, assertive. Having or showing a confident and forceful personality. All similar, confident, forceful, positive. All of these are. So for me, I just feel like it's based on who you ask. That's all I'm saying. It's based on who you ask and based on that person's feelings.
Okay.
I think it's how you handle it. I feel like
Niggas don't like aggressive
if
women.
I come up and be like,
telling you.
come with me to this, whatever.
That
If you
aggressive
just
side
would
is
you
kinda
like to,
crazy.
You know, get to know someone. Hey, would you like? You know, it's just the way you go about it. Like
But compared to a more reserved type of woman, that is a form of aggression.
Huh?
So that's what I'm saying. That behavior from a woman that is, hey, you know, you wanna whatever, like she just said, compared to a really feminine, reserved woman, that is a form of aggression. Because that reserved woman is waiting for you to approach her. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm saying it depends on who you ask. It depends on how you made that person feel. You don't agree with that?
No.
Okay. Well, we can
But
agree to
I'm
disagree.
understanding what you're saying, but I wouldn't agree with that.
Okay.
But I get you though. I'm right. Hey.
I mean,
So,
you just said you
picking up what
just
you putting
said what I
down.
said was cap. So I was I just wanted to understand your perspective. That's all. I just want to understand.
No, I got you. I got
And I
you.
understand what you're saying. I
Yeah.
do agree. You know, women shouldn't approach. Being loud and obnoxious is never cute, and it is aggressive. But I'm just stating that I think there are positive forms of aggression.
Okay. Positive forms of aggression.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I.e. assertive.
Like I'm probably thinking
i.e., you right.
Can I-
Matter of fact, I
That
give
was
it to what
positive.
you just said. You right. The light bulb went off in my head. You right. Assertive is a form of aggression.
Yeah.
And based on what you read on the what's the name too. See, I had to soak it in. See, I'm kind of slow. I had to take a break in my mind so they didn't get it all
You're
together.
not slow.
I am kind of slow.
I'm kind of inquisitive though. I want to ask you this. So you are keen on?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, damn.
You're keen on the what is the word?
Polygamy.
Polygamy.
Oh.
Polygamy.
Oh gosh.
So when it comes to that, do you feel like women find their men, or do you feel like you find your wives, or whatever the case may be, or do you feel like if you had a wife, y'all could find one together, or how do you feel about that?
Well, I think, since I ain't got no...
I'm saying if you had one, how do you feel? We're just speaking in
If I had a polygamous relationship,
yeah.
well, I asked the question again. I told you I'm slow.
So what I'm saying is, because the most believe that men find their wives, like they find their wives, or they could meet, or whatever the case may be. Or do you feel like your wives find you, or if you had your first wife, whatever the case may be, y'all go find another, or it's just you? So you would be the
If I already had somebody, she would already know polygamy is on the table, right? And then we both would seek, or we both would seek
a
to
trait
add on.
that a woman can have. So you feel like women can be assertive or aggressive.
Yeah. I just heeded
But
to
you
it.
just said we can't. We said no for us.
Oh, did you hear
Didn't
what I
you
said
hear
to
it?
Ashley?
Oh, but so you feel like you agree with Ashley now?
Yes.
Okay.
So
You ain't hear it?
Mm-mm.
So how would it be like? Would you let one of your wives have two husbands?
Nah.
Why?
For what?
What you mean?
Where you gonna find me at? Where you gonna find another me at?
I'm saying, but what if she got two husbands? She practices polygamy.
That's her, but that's her thing. Like, look, to each his own, like for real, to be honest, to each his own. If she wanna have two dicks and three, if she wanna have multiple dicks sticking in her, go ahead, right ahead. Or that's her business. Like, I wouldn't date her. I wouldn't marry no woman like that. No, that's just.
So, but you
No.
want a woman to marry
No,
you,
no,
or-
she would not be dealing with other guys.
Okay,
No.
got it. So, but you would want a woman to marry you, or to be with you intimately, whatever.
Yeah.
With the respect of you
stick
being
arrow.
polyamorous, or how you guys.
Polygamous.
Okay.
Yes. I always go back to nature. If
But
we gonna
why?
If we want to go back
To
to
me, that
nature,
just sounds like a person, and I'm not being disrespectful
no, go
to you
ahead.
or your beliefs,
I done heard
but
everything
to me,
before.
but I just want to be clear. But so,
I know you're gonna get me back for calling you Cap. Go ahead. You're a Scorpio.
listen, no, honestly, everything I mean no disrespect.
No, you
But
good.
to
Go
me,
ahead.
it sounds like you're just, not you, but that situation is just somebody that wants to have their cake and eat it too.
I should.
Because if you
I-
have it in your mind that this, for me, this is my perspective. For me, if you have it in your mind that this is okay, then it would be okay for her to do it too.
Yeah, and women can do that shit. If they can do that, that's okay. I'm talking about
But
my
I'm saying
program.
your woman, one of your wives, or both.
Oh,
of your
if she want to slide, if she want to say we in it's 4 of us, and I got 3 of them. And say one of them be like, hey man, I don't think this for me. You feel what I'm saying? I think I want to go deal with another man or go. Okay. It's okay.
Don't come back.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, but you can have multiple relationships and multiple.
See, y'all got questions. Y'all
So
want the answers.
explain.
to.
Okay, so
Give me answers. I feel
paint
like
me a picture of your polygamy situation.
Oh, okay. Alright. This how it be, right? I want at least 2. At least 2, right? Y'all really want me to do this?
If you feel comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable doing this, but since y'all always getting on my ass about this.
I mean, because you're sharing yours, I will share mine. Whether I don't care what.
Can you go first?
Think. No, you go. You go right in.
Can she go first? All right, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, but damn, I don't want to go first.
No, you first to go first, cause this is
Yeah.
big deal. Polygamy.
I ain't know.
Wait a minute.
All right, can we start off like this then? Can we start off like this, right?
However you comfortable with.
All right. Go ahead.
help you. I was gonna help you with
Please,
that.
please.
I was gonna help you with that.
I feel like
It ain't like it's gonna have a crazy.
This is the reason. All right, so this is the reason why I say I don't. This is not something that I would practice on doing, but I kind of already see. Rest in peace, Patrice O'Neal. As far as with that, the thing here is that the reason why it's a lot more easier for a man to have multiple women and in a polygamous relationship versus a woman having multiple men is because as men, we are naturally competitive. And the thing here is that it's like
You must not have met some of these women, because women are capital P on petty. They so competitive.
Yes.
Oh my God, they just do it in a different
These
way.
new age women, something
It's
else.
subtle, like.
it
I
is.
ain't in polygamy relationship now.
Some of them are, but just like as just far as when it comes with just naturally, when it comes with men, ain't nothing worse. Because a man is good as his pride. A man's ego is one thing that we do have. And the thing here is that when it comes with men, you want to be able to provide. We want to be able to go ahead and take care. We want to be able to like be, the one that does everything with it. So the thing here is that if you've got 2 men of the household in that situation that's being occupied by just that one woman, then it's just like one of them guys have to be pretty much like
Beta to the alpha.
beta. Yes, that's a hard thing for like a guy to be able to like be in that situation and just be completely comfortable with.
It's not gonna happen. They gonna.
It's not. I ain't gonna cap.
Competing every.
It's
single
not.
day.
It really isn't.
Nah, you ain't hitting her like I'm hitting her.
Facts, man.
Hey, hold up, time out. I don't know no
I'm putting the
nigga.
legs up there.
I don't know too many niggas in their natural mind, right?
Beta. Guess what I did this morning?
Right. I don't know too many niggas in their natural mind gonna sign up for some shit like that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
Yeah.
so I guess my question is.
That's why I wanted to go to the nature. I always go back to nature, man.
But y'all making it so much about the sexual.
Yeah, it ain't even about that.
When I thought,
Yes.
cause big lie, I'm good where I'm at, right? You know what I'm saying? But it was a time in my life after my husband died. You know, I was going through a lot, and I deal a lot with my health. I had a lot of scares. You know, staying on thin ice, death right there. You know what I'm saying? But I think about my child, and I think about a community where people have the same they're like-minded as I am. And when you all have like the same mindset, you know, add extra economy, make sure like all the kids are taken care of. Like if we all are sharing the same baby daddy, or whatever case may be, or if you came into a relationship with kids, like I'm gonna care for your kids just like you care for mine. If it's not a petty ass woman, I realize that there's not a lot of people out there that's like that. So, but the thing is, you might not be able to, when you love a person on a different level, you just want to see them flourish. You want to see them in greatness. And there may be times where, you know, hey, I'm not sick. I'm not really feeling up to swinging from a pole and jumping on Jimmy or whatever you want to call it. You get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Or I might be busy. I can't come home to cook, but you know, all the kids are getting fed. They're getting nourished, nurtured, and this and the third. But at the same time, this man has to be able to emotionally withstand all of these different personalities and know what each woman kind of needs, because we're all different, and be able to provide in a way that a man provides and feel secure and capable of doing that. And that it takes a strong man to be able to do that.
And it takes some strong women to really have sisterhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, but that was a whole different view set. But I was just like, that is so far from reality.
I like to ask people this question.
But that's, if in a perfect world, if I had it that way, it would have been a thing for me. But I'm kind of just over that. Unless someone rewraps it and brings it to my doorstep and makes it believable for me, I don't look down upon it. It's just the thought that's how I would take it on.
I think that'll liberate black people overnight. Hey, I like to ask people a question. Do y'all know the inception of monogamy?
But wait, I want to talk about polygamy because
okay. But that falls into polygamy.
Right, but you guys talk about polygamy, and I read an article or I saw something. I have not done my research, but based on what I have researched so far, it was created for a period of time in terms of procreating. Firstborns were dying off at a faster rate. So this is how it came about, is what I've seen so far. I don't know if that is, I'm not putting it out there as a fact. But so far that's what I've seen. And so you guys talk about the nature, and I feel like when we talk about the Bible, like things apply for a certain time period. People always try to use things, but it's used out of context. So I just feel like maybe it was created for a period of time. But back to what you were saying about monogamy, that's all I wanted to say about polygamy.
Polygamy, polyandry, all that shit been around since the inception of time. It won't just a period of time. This is like the least that we've been practicing it since this monogamy shit came from. That's why I asked y'all the inception of monogamy. Monogamy is a fucking, damn, let me put this in good terms. Let me not, it's Roman antics. It's Roman antics, man. It was, they had to put, it's a suppression of their women, right? Because their women are naturally, damn, I want to say it right. I don't want to say that wrong.
Territorial?
No, their women are naturally whores. They fuck, yeah.
Who are they?
Romans.
Oh, they're...
Read between the lines. Promiscuous. Okay, they're naturally promiscuous, right? And you know what I mean?
Go ahead. Finish your statement.
I want to break this shit down a little bit, right? I want to break this shit down.
You saying they're like the Roman women?
Yeah, they're women.
I'm saying...
They call that, them people, right? They're naturally promiscuous, right? So in order to keep these women from being promiscuous, right? That's what they do. They come up with shit like marriage, right? So they bind them by a contract and say you are mine, you are mine. You get what I'm saying? Monogamy came from another culture, another group of people, man. We melanated beings, especially the black man, the most desired motherfucker on the planet. Whatever do I might say? We always had polygamy on the table. Everybody ain't practice it, but it was always in the culture. It always was on the table. And when you're doing polygamy, you're building towards something. It ain't all about no fucking. It's about building something. So when you add somebody to this group, when you add somebody to your situation, they got to contribute to the whole, to the vision, to the whatever they got going on. So, and then let me throw another fact in there, man. Monogamy don't work for the most part. I'm sorry, it don't.
Explain why.
Oh, because like, you know, the divorce rate is real high, right?
Is that because why? Why is the divorce rate high?
Well, you should tell me because 60% of women initiate it.
I mean, you just.
I don't think somebody loyal.
You stated that it's high, so I don't know. It's high.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
like
just wanna
60%
know
of
why.
women
What are
initiate divorces. So
what
I
are
would
those
want to know
reasons
from
for
a
those
woman.
60%?
I've never been
divorces?
married. I've never been married.
But
I've talked
I'm
to.
saying you said it's 60%. So 60% women in the divorce rate is high. So, but why is it high? What are the reasons?
Oh, I don't think monogamy work. I think that men. I think that I'm just saying in general. This generation. I think men suppress themselves. I think men suppress themselves. I think we don't be real with ourselves and tell these women what we desire. I think we just go into it. Like I said last week, we been to the wheel. We been to their will and we give them what they want. We think it's how it's supposed to go. You get what I'm saying? And then we go down that road and then she divorced your ass and then
Sound
she
like
get your shit.
I'm thinking in a patriarchal.
But that's what society you
Because
live in.
the
Though.
way it is, but you want to be talking about way on back, take it back, take it back, take it way on back. And a lot of times it was from matriarchy. A lot of times they had more respect for women because we are these creatures of power.
Yeah.
And we are healers and we are creators all the same. We respected each other. So things got kind of imbalanced there. There were some situations where the guy came into the woman's family or whatever the case may be, and she kind of chose, okay, are you suitable to be for me or whatever the case may be.
It was the point I made earlier is like it was on the table. All polyandry and polygamy was on the table. Monogamy is fairly fucking new. If you just go back a little, it's
So
kind of
you said
new.
polyamory and what was the other one?
Polygamy. Polyandry is when the women having multiple guys and shit.
So, okay, go ahead, finish your statement.
No, I was done with that statement.
You said it was all on the table. So
Yeah, it was all on the table.
what is the difference, I guess? There was something that you said that I wanted to tap into because you were saying that she's mine or you're mine or what were you saying about?
Nobody's mine, but I got you.
No, but I'm saying you were saying that you're mine, like.
No, with my polygamy relationship, I'm not gonna deal with women who want to be with other guys because I'm having multiple women. Like I don't want that. So I'm not gonna apply to that.
So you feel like you wouldn't benefit from
another guy? Nah. I'm a no.
So, but I guess why do you think, and you don't have to put this in a personal sense, so why do you think people should be more polygamous than monogamous? What are some reasons why you feel?
Because we gotta be honest with ourselves, man.
You're talking about the nature, though.
Yeah.
The nature for me identifies with. You said it's not all about sex, so for me, the nature is sex, just sex. So what outside of the nature is a benefit of being polygamous?
Oh, I'm not going outside of nature to prove polygamy, because I'm not going outside of nature. I'm gonna stay within the parameters of nature. and nature. It add value to it, right? Alright. Let's just go with this. Alright, man. You can have a billionaire, right? Ouch. Say you in the club, right? And it's a billionaire right there, right? It's just a regular old billionaire, right? You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing regular about a billionaire.
Watch this though. Watch this. A man come in there with 5 women, right? Who you think got the most value?
The man with 5 women.
Why?
You ever thought about that? Think about it now.
Most women gonna think like, why the hell he got 5 women? They gonna want to know why 5 women is around him.
There's a lot of cornball being there.
Not mean
Let me go. Let me hold up. Let me keep
that
going.
doesn't mean he has value though.
I'm the opposite.
Bruh, if women gonna be
I
around
feel
you,
like
yes you do.
I like my men
Yes, you do.
selective. So I like men that are very selective and they're selective.
You get
I
into
don't,
detail about the women.
I don't care. Let
No,
me be no.
Hold on,
And
we gotta
I don't want a man
generalize
to
it.
just go slinging that
Don't
thing
do that.
everywhere.
Don't do that. That's
No,
not the point
I don't
I'm
want no
making.
penis with
That's not the point I'm making, man. We just talking about just seeing.
So why I gotta be? Okay, whatever.
I was going somewhere with this.
Oh, okay, go.
We can go into details after
You
this.
go. You could go in details. I can go into when you do it. But when I do it,
problem.
You talk when that do it. Fuck him.
I was going to make the point,
So the
man. I was just going to
has
make
more
the point.
value. He said the man that has more value is the one with the
With the
women. Okay.
women. Now you made me miss my point.
In general, I know.
We not going into the details
Yeah,
of
I
whether
know
the
man. Yeah.
you know what I mean. But that was like Hugh Hefner, man. Let's just go to Hugh Hefner, man. Even though I don't like to use him as an example, but god damn, cuz. He was, but that shit, women, man. just women, cuz. Like the look. I want to say something that young lady is sitting over there.
Say it in a way that she.
I'm trying to, but go ahead. You was gonna go into detail about something. Go ahead.
And maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, like, not every person looks at a man of value in that way. Like, I'm going to. A valuable man is a man that knows how to carry himself and ain't just. I don't know. Like, I'm the type of woman, I don't want a man that's accessible to all these different women. Because what makes me special?
Hey man, some of y'all gonna find out y'all ain't that goddamn lit sometimes.
Okay.
not
Some
not none of y'all personally, but I'm just saying, like a lot of people like get away, and I think that's why divorce. I think that people divorce and all that shit. Like people don't really be that lit like they say they do, or when they really find out and turn over them stones and. People don't be that damn lit, man. You get what I'm saying?
What is lit to you? Because what I'm saying is people grow apart.
That's subjective.
People grow apart, and there is some situation where people got a divorce, and it was no infidelity. It's just like we were not. What do you want? Compatible anymore. We
And
evolved.
so that's why I
people.
asked, like, why is the divorce rate high? Because to prove a point that a monogamous situation doesn't work, I think we would have to first identify why are people getting divorced. And if it's because financial, to me, I'm just trying to understand, I guess, the benefits of polygamy and versus monogamy.
Look,
that y'all still haven't cleared that up.
People are getting divorced because we are not living. I get tired of saying the same shit, but we don't got no culture, man. We always. The worst thing you could do is download somebody else culturally, download their software in your fucking mind. And that's all we do. That's why we be coming up short all the time with this shit. And then shit that we used to practice, we find it taboo now. You get what I'm saying? I'm not the expert on the goddamn polygamy. I want to try it though. You get what I'm saying? I want to try it. I'm a novice when it comes to.
So
I don't know.
Do you guys think
I'm
it's
green to this
dysfunctional? Because you mentioned kids earlier. Do you think it causes dysfunction within the home? for, I mean, just think about it. A child that's accustomed to seeing kids they go to school with in a, maybe not to you, but like a traditional, in today's time, a traditional household is more monogamous, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how does that look like for the kid that's in a polygamous?
Way more support. Way more support.
So how do you, as a father, as a man, give attention to your child while having to, or how do you navigate giving attention to your child the same amount of attention or effective attention when you have all these other wives to tend to?
Well, when you, cause I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take it personal. I'm gonna go back to our childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dad was there, right? But then he won't there. Like, he had to go out, do what he had to do to provide, right? Right? But it was still effective, right? Because when he spoke or when he came home and it had to, when it came to them lessons, he taught them lessons, right?
Yeah.
It was effective, right? But he won't always in the house. He won't always there. You get what I'm saying? I cussed again? Okay. Why you did that? Okay. Alright. Damn, man, it made me lose my point, man. Oh yeah, but like the children are like 90% attached to the mother, growing up in their adolescence, right? The father is not always there. You get what I'm saying? Especially if he handling business as a man. He ain't always, he not domestic. So.
But don't you have to teach your wife?
What, how to be a mother? That's what I'm saying. If I'm gonna add, she gonna already have that nurture.
Right, nurturing
she already gonna be a
comes
nurture.
natural, but I feel like there are, and me speaking, I feel like men or husbands you teach your wives. And so you have to be in a strong headspace in order to teach your wife, because what you're teaching your wife has to now teach your child. That's who's raising your children. Yeah. And so what I'm saying is, if you've got all these women that may have different personalities, that you're trying to tend to all of them, but you're not mentally equipped to do so, does that not transfer to the child?
Look, you gotta be real with yourself, man. Look, I think you're alluding to like multiple women. It's gonna be like a burden or some shit. It's gonna be too much to handle. I don't like. That's why you gotta be selective with the women.
Well, I don't think too much to handle. I'm just saying dysfunctional to the child. I just want to know from your perspective, what do you think? How do you think that's gonna affect the child that's involved in this? In
a good way, because it's gonna be help. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more. It's just gonna be more. He gonna have more resources to pull from. They're gonna have more resources to pull from.
So you never actually, and I'm not picking on you. Like I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying. You never really tapped into me. Like,
I'm in a polygamous relationship already. If I think about it, it's like a fucked up one, but it's still polygamous.
You never really tapped into it for me. Like, what are the actual benefits of, outside of you just being in your nature? What are the benefits of it?
The benefits of it is, you get shit done way quicker and faster. Falls on a manifestation wave. But that's all polygamy is, though. That's all polygamy is, though. A manifestation wave. I'll try to make some shit up, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, if it, like, say y'all got a goal, right? Say the goal is this.
Okay.
With more hands, make it faster to obtain the goal.
Not necessarily.
Shit, come on, man. That's just don't play with my logic now.
Not necessarily.
Okay, not necessarily, but in general, that's just generally keep it there.
Okay.
Right? More hands, more manpower, faster work. Right? Okay. So that's pretty much what polygamy is, though. It's about building. That's what it is. It's kind of like simple.
Okay, so it's about building.
Yeah. Now you can go to subcategories, like as in like what you're trying to build or what you're trying to do. But that's all that shit just goes back to just building. That's it.
So then I guess what's the problem with bringing with that woman or that wife bringing a man into the situation if it's about building? It's not about intimacy or sex or any of the other things.
Okay,
What-
I'm not.
Because it gets
I'm
more
not
competitive.
disputing that. I'm just talking about with me personally.
Right.
I don't want that. I'm not having that.
Okay.
I'm not having that.
You have something, Matt?
No, I was saying as far as with that situation there, because I mean the difference when it comes with between, two men with that, it goes back to the same standpoint of the whole alpha and beta thing. You can't have two alphas in a household. Somebody's got to submit into it. And as for men itself, that's not, once it goes back to the whole pride thing and our ego when it comes with that.
That's what I was about to say. It sounds like ego for me.
True that. And the thing here is just that, just in that case right there, it's not that easy as far as with having one guy being just the top person to be like leading over stuff. As far as doing that, now you just can't. I mean, because
I beg to differ. If you think polygamy is ego, I think that's dismissive. I think that's dismissing your ego. But I think monogamy is very motherfucking egotistical. Very. Because
it's mine.
Yeah.
It's mine.
It's selfish.
But wait a minute though. You're saying
let
the
me go
same
in
thing.
real
Real quick, I'm gonna let you go in, but you're saying the same thing. You're saying the same thing when you tell me that the woman that you're with, you're with 3 different wives, and none of them can go out and have their own kind of thing. That for me, you're saying the same thing. So what's the difference?
Okay, how about this? Let me get the theory with this.
Oh my God.
All right, let me give you a theory with this because
I
here's the
just said
thing.
for me, it's not
Right.
You have when you have yourself a polygamous relationship with things.
Hey, hold on.
You got
time out.
What's up?
Time out. Let me just ask this shit. Let me ask this shit. No, I'm not gonna ask Better. Better only man exempt. But for Matt and me, I'm gonna ask you a question, bro.
What's up?
Then I'm gonna ask the woman a question.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
That's your nickname.
Do you desire multiple women?
I can't entertain. I cannot
No, this
entertain.
is-
I got my main. There's always gonna be my main. I look like there's.
Be
look,
real with yourself.
There's listen. I'm being real. And this is what this is where when it comes in the concept of doing polygamous, no matter what, like you always gonna have your main girl. Like you always gonna have your main.
Now ask me that question, cause I'm real with myself.
All right.
Ask me that question.
Just ask. Same question, like reverse back to you then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What was the question?
Do you desire multiple women?
Do you desire multiple women?
Yes, I do. Real with myself. Alright.
Okay.
Let us go down the panel of women. No, Ashley is exempt.
No, I
So
want
we
to
go.
answer.
Nah, that's why it's exempt
I
TV.
desire
So I'm going to Big I want to ask. Cause we gotta get to the nitty fucking gritty of all this shit, dog. Desire multiple men.
I don't desire multiple. Nothing right
And
now.
I'm just asking for a reason because if I don't know if the percentage got high because this got kind of crazy out here. These women and all right, but I guarantee if you ask 10 guys and they were very fucking truthful to themselves, they're gonna be like, I desire multiple women. I guarantee you. You know why that's the case, man? It's just a natural motherfucking inclination. I just want you to hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Time out.
Go ahead.
Time out.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But usually that's a phase that a man goes
It's not a fucking phase, man. Y'all think it's not a phase. It's not.
Right now. He asked everybody, but he asked it.
I'm not even. No. I want. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But it's natural. It's a phase. That man.
All right, let me finish. All right. The reason why if you put 10 men and ask 10 men.
Say what you say. Stand on it with your chest out.
You damn right. That's why I'm poking it out now. I'm poking it out. I'm poking it out now. Look, if you ask 10 men, right, if they're truthful with themselves, most of them are gonna be like, yeah.
So you lying? You lying? Cause you ain't being
Why are you doing that?
everybody not proving the point here.
No,
so polygamy is a thing.
This nigga,
I
you
know
think that nigga said for a fucking reason. Alright.
And I said what I said for a reason.
Well, come on, that's the big thing. God damn it.
We got to make. My thing is about letting people be free and be whoever you want to be. If it works for you, but if it don't work for me, that's cool.
But she want to get in the nuts and crevices of shit.
But when you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Just let
Alright,
people
that's
be
cool.
free. You can be polygamy to be with
just be over deception.
Ain't nobody
What
judge
kind
you.
of deception? The only felony. Alright. Yeah. Just be honest with me. Just be straight up with me. I'm gonna do it for you. Alright. But like I was saying, 10 men. Most of the motherfuckers gonna say I desire more than one woman. I mean, more than one woman, right? Cool. I think that's a fact though. But I don't know. It's kind of hard these days. But like I said, if you go to most women, right, they ain't gonna be like, I want multiple guys, man. They're not just gonna do that.
What was that for?
Child,
That's why I said. That's why I put the disclaimer. That's why I put that out there first. I was like, I don't know about these days.
Hey, y'all know something we don't know?
No, I do. I know. Well, you married, but hey, these women, they be on go. All right,
They be on go.
they be on go. Yeah, it's tough out here. But yeah, most women, most women, they just want to have engaged with one guy. So guess what? Right? If monogamy is the fucking play of the day, it's the theme, it's the culture, right? Guess what happens? The man gotta be like, damn, I gotta get with her. Like, it's monogamy. It's only one girl I gotta be with, right? So guess what happens, right? Suppress. Guess what happens, right? That man nature come back out, right? And you know what they be doing now. You know what niggas do when they get in relationships. Come on now, let's be real. They cheat, right? They cheat. They got a lie, they got suppress. So they go cheat, right?
That's a weak man.
Yeah.
You see this? You hear this?
But
you hear this? They'll call you weak. They'll call you weak for tapping in your nature, bro. They'll call you weak for tapping in your nature.
Can I say this?
So a man is weak because he wants.
That's not a truthful person. A truthful person.
I know, cheating never truthful.
I said person only because women can be with a man that like is 9 out of the 10, or they do for her like they're check off the list. And the same for a man. I feel like this woman checked off the list. Like what I'm looking for, it's the puzzle piece. But there are women, just like men, if you're not giving me everything that I need and I feel like you're not capable of that, they gonna get it from wherever they need to get it from. And it not always have to be sex. Like Billy Bob might pay this and that and third. Some might be more enlightened here and you can hold a conversation. Just like men, they gonna go find the heifer that can sit up there and listen to you cry about this, or the one that want to do whatever. And when I mean whatever, you little freaky freak. Like, you're gonna find it in multiple different women. Am I right, or am I
What you saying?
anything wrong?
What you saying?
Like,
a woman can be every woman, is what she's saying. Come to an agreement that this is what. If we come to an agreement, then that is something that I've consented to. I've given my consent to do this, right?
I'm just.
So it's a no for me.
So you're gonna tell him no?
No. But if that's what you want.
So what if he be like, hey man, fuck your no. What you gonna do? Say no twice?
No. The fact that he's coming to say that, then now it's grounds for a whole completely different conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
And so it's, why do you desire another one?
Yeah.
Why do you desire this?
At first you said no.
It's still gonna be a no, but I'm definitely
So
gonna
you
be
just going
probing.
through you just going through the motions.
No, I'm not going through the motions. Okay, so ask your question. Let's put this. Let's iron this out.
Hey, baby. Hey, I want to entertain polygamy. Can we have some?
but the truth is, if she sit up there and say yes, he gonna be scared. Because if she says yes calmly, you already know. She either done put some rat poison in cereal, right? Or who she messing with, because
She gonna be
she
like,
nonchalant. You know what I'm
okay.
saying about it?
okay.
Yeah.
So
So you don't be wanting to smoke like that.
But I'm not even gonna play
He still want to have multiple women.
I'm
He
not
still
even gonna
desire
play
multiple
them kind of
women.
games.
The moral of the story is
My
don't
thing-
cheat. Go into every situation.
He ain't going to cheat though. He been
Going
coming to you
into
honestly.
that should have been stated
No,
before
people-
they got married.
People
That's
change.
deceiving.
People
Okay.
change.
Well,
Now
we need
you,
to
what y'all said
reevaluate
earlier,
this
y'all said
change.
people grow apart and people
People
do
change,
this and
people
people do
grow apart.
that.
That
So
is a
what
fact.
if he decided to wake up one day, got inspired,
So she's
and
supposed
said,
to
"I feel like
accept
taking on
that.
all
He
3 of
gotta
them."
be able to accept whatever she says and how she feels too, because they're
Aight.
they're
So what-
rearranging their vows.
Mhm.
That's only the right thing to do.
So is he willing to bring a man into this situation? He want to bring a woman? Can
Do
we
you-
bring a man?
See, this is I'm
I-
hating when she's saying
It can't be a
that.
double
I'm hating when she's saying that because she knows she don't want to bring another man in. She know that.
Okay, but you asked me a question.
Do you want to bring a
No,
man?
I don't desire.
So what if he wake up and want to bring a
man?
woman
No, I
in?
know. But in the sense of this question, my thing was with him to him would be,
You
can
wanna
I
be
bring
a-
a man?
You want to be a nigga so bad.
No, I don't. But you guys want women to just fall down and be submissive to the kind of bull crap that you're putting
Aight.
out there and not be.
I'm
not
coming up with
expect-
solutions. I'm coming up with solutions.
Some
man.
lotion. Well,
I'm coming up
with
with solutions. Solutions.
I thought he said lotion.
I mean, because here's how I would think of it is you're saying that she's saying this, but like I said, back to the nature and how women are selective. Okay, so you're not the man that I thought you were because evidently you want something that's not. I'm
What?
the kind of man that I freaking want and wants to be that man for me. So you're giving away that option. You playing a role for somebody else to come take your role because
Hey,
she wants to go play.
I'm gonna say this on camera.
You know what I'm saying?
All niggas that ain't married, go to your girl tomorrow.
Don't get some of these people killed.
Go to her when you just thought about what I was saying earlier in this episode, right? Because this the finale. This the grand finale, right? Go. Do your research on polygamy. Study, right?
Mm-mm.
Go to that girl. You ain't married yet, right? Go to her and be like, hey, man, I desire multiple women. Right? Just face it. Face the nose. Face all that shit, right? Face it all. And see what you come up with. I think if us men are just straight honest, and I don't care if it's brutal, I don't care if it hurt, I don't care about none of that shit. If you just straightforward with yourself, man, when you dealing with a woman, it'll happen for you.
Exactly.
Really want it.
When you're honest, you're open. When you're open and honest about it. Correct.
It'll happen for
My
you.
point is give that woman, or if you're a woman, give that man an opportunity or an option to say, no, this is not what I want to do. But to just bring a person in blindly and distract them and manipulate them to
Let them fall in
be in
love
a
with you,
situation.
baby. You're
Exactly.
like,
It's selfish and it's weak. So
I agree with that.
speak up. Speak on what it is that you want. Effective communication, active listening, all the things that we talked about. And give them an option. Give them an option. You have something.
Final thoughts. Finale. Be closing it out. We want to thank y'all for indulging in our,
Candor culture.
you feel what I'm saying? So the closing remarks start with Teddy B.
We gonna be here the next year.
This has been a fun season. It's been some ups and downs. I mean, overall, it's been fun. Some great topics. Can't wait to season 2.
What do you want to bring for season 2? One word.
Some more culture, some more special guests. You know, invite more people into our community.
Ash B. It's on you.
What was the question? The first question?
Your closing remarks about this beautifully put together.
So
Kinda
I
culture
will say that from start to finish, it's been a ride, a hell of a ride. We ended with who we didn't start with, but that is totally okay. And I'm totally okay with moving the vision forward, with bringing more of who we are and kind of how can I say this?
Calibrate.
Recalibrate, recollaborate, whatever.
Keeping the candor in the culture.
Yeah. I just want to say that not everything, I guess what I'm trying to say is not everything that you put in a place is going to go how you want it to go, but it's going to go how it's supposed to go. And right now I feel like this is how it was supposed to go, and how it's going, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with however it goes. The fact that we put forth effort to come together every Sunday to do this speaks volumes to me. And so my closing remarks would be, regardless as to how things go or whether it goes as planned, keep going. Keep going with what you got. Work with the people you got. Work with the vision, and it'll come how it's supposed to come. I don't know how to put that, but that's the best way I could articulate that. La.
The question again. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh,
Run that back, like they say in
closing remarks for this beautifully put together podcast called Candy Culture.
Candy Culture has been a warm, embracing thing for me. Like, I first was just here to kind of support, who I needed to support, my rider. But, I mean, it's a thing for me. I love this space, being able to relate with other people. But, yeah, I'm definitely here for the ride, ready for the next season. Closing remarks. Be okay with the remix. I had to learn how to be with the remix. Sometimes the remix is better. And then you can get a remix off the remix. You know what I'm saying? Remix is cool. It's a thing. It's okay. And enlightenment. I'm here for the enlightenment. Enriching my life, my child's life, and touching everything that's touching me, making it better in some aspect or shape or form. And I feel like this is a great way to do that. So, yeah.
Before you go, real quick, Jesus, I just gotta say something to add on to my last thing.
You better cry.
No, I'm not.
I kind of sounded.
I'm not about to cry. Listen.
She and me.
Listen.
I cried.
You have no idea how many tears I'll be over here holding back. Like, don't cry, Ashley, don't cry. No, I think if we all had the same perspective, the show would be so boring. So, I just want to say to you guys that I'm thankful that you bring your own spin, your own personality, your own controversy, your whatever it is. Like, I picked, when we decided to do this, we picked people that had resilient and just this outgoing and just this bright personality, whatever it fell under. And so I just want to thank you guys for just being you. And you make the show. Each one of you make the show. So, Jesus, sorry. I just had to throw that in there.
You gonna ask me a question?
What's the question?
Said to myself, and myself said,
Oh, your closing remarks
Your closing
for
remarks.
Candor Culture.
My closing remarks for Candor Culture has been cool, therapeutic ride, yeah, and I like how we all harmonize, you feel what I'm saying? These different personalities and different perspectives. These people come from different walks of life. We came in and harmonized. I never seen myself doing a podcast. I did, but it came out good for me, man. I appreciate everybody up here. Committed every Sunday. I came every Sunday. That was here. I came late sometimes, but I came though. But she beat me at being late a lot.
don't
So.
do that. the mommy be mommy.
Right. So,
What she said?
I'm sorry, were you finished? I cut you off.
Oh yeah, you did. My closing remark would be, whether you want to do polygamy, monogamy, polyandry, whatever you want to do, man. The thing is, just be real, straightforward, and honest, man. All that shit. That's all I got to say. I was gonna add some more. That's it.
Season 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some more.
For season 2, we are total upgrade. You feel what I'm saying? We gon' look very studious. If that's a word. We gonna look very studious. We gonna have way more topics. We gonna interact some other people inside. We gonna have some activities. We gonna be live. We gonna be lit. We gonna gameplay. Then we gonna have some more for y'all. When we coming back. Just look out for it.
Matt, wait, we gotta get our cameraman.
Come on! Come on! Come in front of the camera, man.
In front of the camera.
All right, well, turn up. You get my seat.
Real quick. I would say it's been fun being the cameraman, doing the recording. A lot of y'all stuff, y'all topics. It's been entertaining, and I got a lot of memories for me to go ahead and retain with that for it. So it's good to say that next season here, you're going to see more of me in front of y'all instead of being behind the camera. And we got a lot more creativity, a lot more ideas that we're going to be bringing on to. Don't want to say anything yet. I don't want to make no promises and then sit here and not fulfill on that. And y'all be like, oh, this nigga said this. So just stay tuned for it. And y'all going to be in for a good treat. We're going to make this real special for y'all. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in with it. So, yeah.
I got one thing to say. Come on over here, Jesus. Get in here. Because I got to say this. It's the walk.
It's the walk.
What is it? Where women walk like this?
Right.
No. I got one thing to say after everything that you guys just said. Each one of y'all. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
I'm like, close up on these curls, boy.
Right.
Hey, I know I've been. I gotta say something. My closing remark. I know I've been hard on women and challenging them, and you just sound like a what's that thing? Misogynistic nigga. But I love women. You feel what I'm saying? This would never been done without a woman. You know what I mean? I gotta walk these streets. If it weren't for these women here, this shit wouldn't have went through. You feel what I'm saying? So I love y'all women. I tell y'all, fuck them niggas. I throw them on the bus.
So at least we ain't no peons.
Right.
Oh my God. We gotta cut that off.
I got. Oh, nice save with that.
Yeah. Gotta look up to us, nigga, no pill. Cool clouds. Fire proposition.
Skybox view, I'm a young Jerry Jones, getting money, getting stoned, putting my niggas on, making sure our business on the top where we belong.